by Mr. Amit Tandon, who is a comedian. Mr. Tandon, indeed a deep loss, not just to the entire film fraternity, but the entire nation today, because this was someone who actually, the local masses, the entire middle class could really relate to Raju Srivastava's comedy. And he's someone who very successfully used the politics of North to make a statement through his comedy. I'd like you to remember him.
Yeah, I'm really shocked because, he's one of the inspirations for, our generation of comedians. I remember when, we used to watch him on television, and probably the best observational comedian that our country has seen so far. And, when you're talking about connecting to middle classes, I think he cut across classes. I've seen, people, whether they're middle class, upper class, or, people coming in from tier 3 towns, not having too much. Everybody seemed to connect with him. And, so I think it's a big loss for comedy. Every time I've had a conversation with him or I've seen him, even just talking to people, he was always, in that mode of performing. His interview was almost like, a comedy set a lot of times. So
Right.
big loss, I think.
Absolutely, a huge mammoth loss for the entire industry. But having said that, Amit, what also stands out about Raju Srivastava's comedy was the fact that he used, comedy as a tool to convey some of the most serious and burgeoning issues which were plaguing Indian politics, especially politics of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, or to say the Hindi heartland. That's where he actually made a huge statement.
Yeah, in fact, the characters that he created in his comedy, came from that heartland that you just mentioned. And some of the times, there were pieces I remember where he's talking about flood coverage happening and things like that in his comedy sets, where you could see the challenges that you would face when you are in a small place where development is an issue and all of that, and still you're laughing and getting the message at the same time. I don't think anybody else stands even close to him when it comes to doing that.